I'm good at that.
Yeah, exactly. Good morning. I'm Sherri Henley, founder of Business Over Coffee International. You can find us at businessovercoffee.biz. We're so happy to have you on live with us today on BOCTV. I'm here with Julie Montgomery of Simply Savvy.
That's right. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. You have your coffee all hot
Yes,
and
I
ready
do.
there. Good. Let's talk about exactly what you do. I love the name of your business, Simply Savvy.
Thank you.
Now, would you break that down for us, Julie?
Sure. It's a challenge coming up with a name when you start your own business. And I played with many names. Simply Savvy is an organizing and design and interior styling business, but it's really about working on solutions, savvy solutions for your home, whether it's in design or whether it's in organizing. So I wanted people to start to think about living more simplistically, streamlining what they have, and coming up with solutions that help them, whether their space is large, whether it's small, but that's the savvy solutions. So that's kind of where I pulled that all together and came up with the name.
So you said you work in homes. Now, what if a business owner had an office space and they needed an organizer? Do you go outside the box and help with businesses as well?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I can space plan for an office or organize for an office and help an office be more efficient, which actually is time management as well.
Sure, absolutely.
So I can certainly
It really is. We
Yeah.
just moved, and I don't like moving, but I like the organization of moving because you go through things and everything's so organized when you first get in, and that's what you do. You go in, you clean up the mess, and you make it to where it's time management. You can get right to it. You don't have to look for it and waste 10 minutes of your time, correct?
Right. And what I tell people is about being efficient in your space. Right. So it doesn't mean that your home is necessarily messy and I go in and fix that. It's really about making things where they're easy to access. It makes sense for your space. If your kids are upstairs, you don't want to run up and down the stairs 20 times a day, then how can you have items of theirs downstairs? Have a family landing zone. Have areas that just make it easy to manage your day. So it's really about having efficient space for your life.
Now, do you have a tagline for your business?
Well, the one that I typically use on my blog is just love the space you're in.
I like that.
And it's because it's organizing and it's in what you surround yourself. It's what is adding value to your life, to your home, to your day, to your family. And I want people to realize that your space is your haven, is your place to relax, it's your place to decompress, and you deserve to love it. And it doesn't mean you need to spend $50,000 to decorate high-end, glam, best fabrics, best sofas, and all of that. It just means that use what you have, enhance it, streamline it, and make things more efficient so that you feel comfortable, that you sit there, you're having your coffee, you've got a nice table next to you, and you've got your books, you've got your decorative items, whatever it is yours to love and feel good about.
I love that. I like your approach. I like the psychic side of what you do.
There's a lot of that.
You really have a positive approach to what you do. And you said streamline and become more efficient. And that really works in every aspect of our lives, whether it be at home, in the office, as a professional, as a mother, as a wife, as a single lady or man, in any of those ways. Finding balance. And we talked about that with Shelly Bauer the other day here at Business Over Coffee International here based out of Memphis, Tennessee. Now, I brought Shelly up because as a professional member of Business Over Coffee, BOCI, your first client, and you've only been with us, I believe, about a week, 2 weeks, as a professional member, and you just landed your first client. Can you tell us more about that? Not your first client with Simply Savvy. You have many clients, but through this particular network.
That's right. For being a member for a very short amount of time, having already gotten a client in a very fun way.
Yes.
Shelly heard of my business and immediately thought of her home office and her home library. And being the professional that she is, wanted to feel like she has a streamlined space. She can access, she can find things, and she can do it quickly. And that she can love sitting in her office and just feeling like she's surrounded by things that allow her to be creative. And that's a big part of even in your home, it brings up your ability to be creative and spend time where your time is more needed versus looking at your things, whether it's your office away or your office at home, or whether it's your living room or your study or your kids' bedrooms. It's about being able to enjoy those spaces.
Sure.
And then it really does add to how we can be creative and allow ourselves to really shine in other ways.
Right.
And so for getting Shelly after, I think it was my second or third visit with you all, is exciting, but that also shows you what networking does.
Yes.
And that opportunities you just don't even realize.
That's right.
That you can find.
And not only have you gained a client, you've gained a relationship.
Absolutely. And she's a delight. So
yes,
it's a very good
for sure. Would you talk to our viewers and give us your contact information and leave us with a tip that you would give to business owners and or professionals or even mothers as yourself that are out there watching right now?
Absolutely. So Simply Savvy can be found at gosiemplysavvy.com. And while you are there, be sure to check out the blog. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, because we are part of social media, to be able to get our tips and savvy solutions out there. And we have lots of fun just sharing on the blog. Every day we share something different on the blog, and we do a lot of e-design for clients that are not local, that cannot have us in their home. I can actually do design boards for clients and also virtual consultations. So you can have the space, you can love the space you're in, and I can help you do that through additional services. And speaking with moms, because that's where my heart always is, first and foremost, I would just say that trying to find ways to eliminate the stress and the chaos as much as you can, because there's so many outside impacts that we have that we can't control. But one thing you can enjoy is your home and your space. And also being able to do the things that you love and have passion for is kind of my biggest heart moment to go out there to other people. And that's why I'm humbled. I'm just grateful that I was able to start my business and that it's doing well, and that I have people who want me to come into their homes, and I'm honored to be able to do that. So that's where you can find me. I love social media. We share a lot on social media, and I love the fact that others share with me and inspire each other through our medium as well.
Exactly. And you have a new promotional video coming out.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, through BOCI, I was actually honored to have won a free video through a Facebook promotion that you did. And so I will be just happy to share that video, which will showcase Simply Savvy and some fun images of things I've actually done in client spaces. And hopefully can do even more on images and showcasing, because I think there's nothing more than an image that can really show what you're able to do for other people.
That's absolutely right. I have a question, and I don't know about our viewers, but I'm sure there's some out there and some here in this room that have watched, and I'm a little ashamed to even admit that I've watched this, but Hoarding Buried Alive. And I've watched a couple of those, and it's really actually very sad. And because you're an organizer, I just was wondering if you run into that very often, where you're dealing with people that have trouble letting things go, and that's how clutter accumulates and so forth.
Well, yes, to a degree, right? I think the issue with some of these shows that really show clutter and hoarding to a certain degree is when you really can't walk into the room without something falling on you.
Exactly.
And there's one common ground that most people have with organizing, and that is it's hard to let go. We have more things than we need.
Sure.
I've worked with clients who have full closets and things of that nature, but not full spaces where you can't leave the house. But I tell you, the message doesn't really change between someone who lives in a very tight, streamlined home, but is feeling like things could be more efficient, to someone who really is struggling letting go of mementos they think they need to keep.
Right.
And family heirlooms they think they need to keep, but it's not fit their personality, nor does it enhance their own life.
Right.
So there's always times where I'm saying, it's the same message.
Yes.
It's about being efficient. It's about understanding that your stuff does not make you. And
I like that.
Your home should be your personality, reflection of you, and everyone, even if someone who has a closet that's just overwhelming every time they open the door, so they want to quickly close it,
Sure.
or an entire room that is very full of clutter. You know, it's about taking just the initial step, one step, one small project at a time. The momentum builds, you feel good.
Sure.
And you can really start to relax and feel like, I'm going to open that closet, and not only am I going to open it, it's going to be pretty, and I'm going to like what I see when I walk in it.
So you can go in and organize an entire home or office, but
yes.
you are not married to that. You can also go in and just organize a closet.
Absolutely. My clients are all over the map as far as projects. So I have many clients where it is ongoing. I'm doing their entire house, from design elements to organizing elements. There's some aspects of those that really mingle together. I don't really, if I'm going to do a closet, I may consider that they also might need an area rug or a beautiful light to make them really feel like their closet has the touches.
I love lamps.
So
have them all
chandeliers in the closet. I mean, it works.
Right.
And yes, you can. So
there you go.
But
yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Tell my husband
whole houses, and then also just going into someone's home, and they say, "Would you just do styling for all of my built-in bookshelves?" Absolutely, I can do that. And that's partly just taking what you have out, editing it, grouping things together to make them tell a story. So it's really just from the full home to small projects. I'm hired for all of that, as well as the virtual services that I mentioned.
And something, as we wrap up here, something that you brought to the table that I found astounding is you said you had a client every day for the past year. And that is right there. It speaks to not only your time management, your promotional abilities, and your success, but it speaks to your tenacity of staying busy and making things happen. And so I applaud you with that.
Thank you.
And as we go off the air with Julie Montgomery, Simply Savvy, and the website is
GoSimplySavvy.com.
GoSimplySavvy.com. I would like you to talk with our viewers in about a 30-second capsule and let them know why they should join businessovercoffee.biz as a professional member.
Right.
We have the free online, but with the professional membership, you receive so much more. So from your experience, would you share that with our viewers?
Absolutely. I actually took the journey to begin finding a networking community because being someone that actually goes into clients' homes and also being on social media so much, you get bogged down and you begin to realize that you need to get back into the community. And the reason why I thoroughly enjoyed this group, and I think would set it apart from others, is that the experience has been just a very personal touch and openness that everyone is bringing to the table. Yet it's all from people who have in different fields, different backgrounds, and are at different stages of their business. And the speakers that you have brought in have been dynamic. And
thank you. I agree. We bring the best to the table.
Normally, these are things you would really have to pay high dollar for.
Sure.
You really would.
Right.
And so it's for a minimal amount to join as a professional member.
Which is how much?
Well, it's $100.
That's right.
Right.
That's
but
right.
I
for
did
the
it
entire year.
for the whole year.
Yes.
And I was able to do it as a $75 donation to the
Professional Boost Program, which is something we're running right now through October 31st.
So that was a wonderful opportunity, and it's just a great program. So it felt good from both sides.
Good. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
And thank you for being a part of Business Over Coffee International. You bring a freshness to what we do. And I like what you do. It's a little different we get a lot of technical, we get a lot of business-minded, and you bring something to the table that we haven't had so far. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you for having me. I'm just delighted. I look forward to what's coming every Thursday. So
Good. Dutch lunch is coming up in about an hour.
I'm going to be there.
So yes, we encourage you to come out if you're in the Memphis area to Sharky's Golf Grill on Poplar. You can go to our site and find the information at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time and have Dutch lunch. You can go to our site at businessovercoffee.biz and set up your profile today. We would love to have you as a professional member. You can see under our membership packages what is offered there. We work with professionals who want to optimize their business through three things: social media, educational exchange, and networking events. We are bringing everyone together for tools for more connections, collaboration, exposure, and business. Thank you again, and until next time, continue bringing everyone together. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you to the audience.
Never know when you're thinking and talking like that. You can't just say, I just did. What do I do?
Sherri is so awesome in bringing
Well,
it
she
together.
does. She's like,